Intersection of classism, racism, and colorism in Jamaica is a much needed topic.
Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Claudia Works for those who are new here. For the returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back to support this beautiful girl. Road to 10,000 subscribers. And guys, on today's video, we are going to talk about racism. Do we have racism in Jamaica? Let me know in the comment. As you know that racism in Jamaica has a unique historical, social, and cultural dimensions, which are often differing from the dynamics seen in the other countries, especially those countries with larger population of diverse racial groups. So before I start the video, just watch a small clip and let me know what you think about it. Also, let's keep the conversation going down below. And before you watch, just don't come for me. I know this is a topic which most of people don't want to hear about it, but you know what? We have to talk about it. Just watch the video and let me know in the comments.
Thank you for this comment because the intersection of classism, racism, and colorism in Jamaica is a much needed topic. And one of the things that I learned when I started looking into the history of all this is that integral to the whole concept of Jamaica's development post-colonialism was that we not talk about it. Do you understand? It was conditioned. It was a conditioning of the people to not discuss this. All the research on race in Jamaica talk about this silent topic that everyone knows, like everyone knows that this is happening and no one talks about it. And that's why anytime the issue comes up, you will see a whole bunch of people say, this has nothing to do with racism. This is an American thing. We have classism, yes. We have colorism, yes. But there's no racism here. A bunch of people are running up and are not understanding the intersectionality that is going on. Classism, racism, and colorism are intertwined in Jamaica. One does not exist without the other. And they are all the children of white supremacy. They are all born out of white supremacist culture that was handed down to us through colonialism. It took the United States more than 150 years after independence to have its racial reckoning with the civil rights movement in the 1960s. Jamaica has not yet had its racial reckoning. We have not yet gotten to the point where the majority of the people who are being marginalized, the people who are being denied access to the resources of the country they call home, the people who every day are subjected to the ills of racism, classism, and colorism in Jamaica. We have not yet gotten to the point where these people en masse are prepared to stand up for their rights against the minority non-black elite. But I strongly believe that a racial reckoning will happen in Jamaica. It may not happen in my lifetime, but it has to happen because only for so long will a peoples endure oppression. And I believe we're still being oppressed. And just as African Americans stood up in the 1960s and said, enough is enough, I firmly believe that this day of reckoning will come to Jamaicans one day.
So guys, let's start with historical context. Number one, we are talking about colonial history. Jamaican history has got Jamaican history is deeply rooted in colonialism and the transatlantic slave trade. The island was a British colony for over 300 years, and during which time Africans were brought to Jamaica as slaves to work on plantation. And this created a society with a rigid racial hierarchy. Talking of post-emancipation, after the abolition of slavery in 1834, Jamaican society continued to be influenced by racial divisions, and the freed African Jamaicans formed the majority, while the minority, that is the white and mixed race populations, often held economic and social power. And also we have some contemporary issues like colorism. more prevalently than traditional racism. Colorism in Jamaica often manifests as preferential treatment for the lighter-skinned individuals. This is a legacy of colonial times when the lighter skin was associated with the higher status and privilege. We also have class and socioeconomic status. There is a strong correlation between the race, color, and class. People of the lighter complexion, all mixed race, they normally refer them to as the brownings, are sometimes perceived to have better economic opportunities and social mobility. Talking of racial and ethnic diversity, Jamaica is predominantly of African descent, but there are significant minority populations, including the East Indians, the Chinese, the Europeans, the Syrians, and each group has contributed to Jamaican's cultural tapestry, but has also faced varying degrees of social integration and discrimination. Let's talk about the cultural and social dynamics, starting with pride in African heritage. Jamaica has got a strong sense of African identity and pride, and this is partly due to influential movements like Rastafarianism, which emphasize African culture and resistance to oppression. Talking of national motto, as you know that Jamaican motto is out of many, one people. Out of many, one people. And this motto reflects the country's ideal of racial and cultural unity. However, achieving this ideal in practice can be also challenging. Talk about popular culture. Jamaican music, particularly reggae and dancehall, often addresses themes of racial and social justice, reflecting the ongoing struggles against the racism and inequality. Also, there are some challenges and progress, like educational and awareness. Efforts to address racism and colorism include educational programs and public awareness, campaigns that promote equality and challenge discriminatory attitudes. The legal frameworks. Jamaica has got a law against discrimination, but enforcement and societal change are ongoing processes. The economic disparities. They also address the economic inequalities that disproportionately affect a certain racial or ethnic groups, which is a key part of combating racism in Jamaica. So guys, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos, and if this video is helping you, give it a like, share with your friend, and also if you're watching for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to Claudia Works. Till next time, work good.